Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, lovers and seekers, those who are lost, and those who are found. Tonight I will be reading from the compilation titled Outlaw Creative, The Geometry of Life. We will be hearing from the chapter titled 7 Days, The Steady Eddie Plan. That being said, let's get started, shall we? 7 days, the Steady Eddie Plan. Eddie, he's steady, all the time, and not only because it makes a good rhyme. Rather, Eddie is steady because that is Eddie. 7 days is not mystical. It is architectural, not because 7 is sacred, though traditions have made it so. Not because waiting proves virtue, though impatience often reveals itself in motion. 7 days matters because it introduces friction against impulse. It gives weather time to move through the system. Weather shouts, architecture waits. The Steady Eddie Plan is simple. 1. Write. 2. Seal. 3. Let sit. 4. Reread. 5. Feel the sternum. 6. Decide. 7 days between step 1 and step 4. Not dramatic, not heroic, not ascetic, just disciplined spacing. Spacing is underrated. Most relational damage happens not because something is false, but because something is premature. Words written in heat are often true, but true in a narrow temperature band. Time widens temperature bands. 7 days widens the band. On day 1, the letter may feel righteous. On day 2, tender. On day 3, unnecessary. On day 4, sharp. On day 5, clean. On day 6, excessive. On day 7, steady. The point is not which day wins. The point is observing which tone survives time. If the sentence that survives 7 days still reads like offering, then it is architecture. If it tightens, expands into argument, or begins inserting footnotes, it was weather. The Steady Eddie Plan does not prevent writing. It prevents reaction disguised as finality. There is something powerful about sealing an envelope and placing it on a desk. It transforms an idea into a physical object. Ink has gravity. Paper has edges. The envelope becomes a small, silent artifact of intention. But it is not yet action. Action waits. 7 days is not punishment. It is metabolizing. In those 7 days, something interesting happens internally. The nervous system continues working even when attention moves elsewhere. Emotion settles. The story reorganizes. The desire to be seen may soften into a desire to place. The urge to correct may dissolve into a wish to bless. Or not, but the data becomes clearer. The Steady Eddie Plan also protects dignity. Dignity is not loud. It does not rush to the post office because urgency feels powerful. Dignity writes, waits, reads again, and then decides without drama. Waiting is not weakness. Waiting is containment. Containment builds ballast. Ballast stabilizes amplitude. Amplitude without ballast can feel like charisma. With ballast, it becomes presence. The 7 days are ballast days. They are not for the other person. They are for alignment. Alignment between intent and tone, blessing and boundary, release and ritual. If on day 7, the sternum is neutral and the letter reads as clean, then mailing it, plain or registered, becomes a simple extension of clarity. Not a gamble, not a test, not a trap. If on day 7, the letter feels unnecessary, the envelope can remain unmailed. That is not failure. That is evolution. Sometimes the act of writing completes the field. Sometimes sending completes it. 7 days reveals which is true. There is something deeply human about wanting witness. A letter formalizes seriousness. But seriousness does not require immediacy. Seriousness can afford patience. Patience is not passivity. It is confidence that the right tone will survive time. The Steady Eddie Plan assumes this. Truth does not decay in a week. If it decays, it was impulse. If it stabilizes, it was architecture. And architecture is always stronger than weather. 7 days. Write in black. On white. Front side only. Seal it. Let it sit. Reread. Feel the sternum. Decide. No heroics. No performance. Just steady. Be good. And carry on.